Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode. This is the season finale of Nets Visual. Final game of the season, man, on this Sunday, April 12th, 2026. The Nets will close out yet another losing season. Um the good news is that they can possibly close out another losing season in the top three or top two, bottom three or bottom two in the standings, which probably means good for the draft lottery, good for the lottery odds, all of that, man. This, that, and the third, man. So yeah, so this is the final game of the year. The Toronto Raptors will be sitting a lot of their starters. For some odd reason, I don't know why. I assumed that they was gonna be moving up in the standings, but the Nets could lock it. Are possibly locked in third, but if they lose this game and Indiana wins, Indiana owns the tiebreaker, so they could be in number two. They could be bottom two in the league. So the Wizards have officially out tanked everybody. And yeah, the tanking rules for next year means that yeah, with the tanking rules for next year, with the lack of picks for next year, and that means the Nets have to move into some or different direction, but we'll see. But that's gonna be a summer conversation. That's gonna be a conversation for the off season. So well, I'd like to welcome in everybody, man, to another episode of Nets Visual, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the ABSN network, my crew. Shout out to those gentlemen over there, NYG, Coach, and of course my man Big Pat. Salute to y'all, man. We gonna get stuff going today, man. Just I was just checking out a lot of what's going on here and everything, man. And so yeah, we're gonna get everything started. We're gonna get everything started here, man. Just make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe buttons on your way in and out the door. Appreciate everybody locking into the chat, man. Appreciate everybody that's watching on all social media platforms, man, on this as well. YouTube.com/athlete 4788, man. Daniel Berry Sports, man. What's going on? Salute. Um, shout out to all Nets social media. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Game is pretty much underway. I think the Nets already scored. I'm gonna get the game up in a second, man. Just want to give a shout out to everybody out there, man. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe buttons on your way in and out the door, for sure, for sure. So that oh, my bad. I had some other stuff going on. So shout out to everybody out there, man, that may be watching the game live. The lineups for tonight are Trevon Scott, EJ Liddell, Malachi Smith, Drake Powell, and Ben Saraf. For no, for the Raptors, they have Ingram, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jakob and Emmanuel Quickly. So they are definitely trying to win this game for sure. Um, they are definitely trying to win this game for sure. So shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody that hit the like, share, subscribe button on the page, and we gonna get this thing going, man. For sure, for sure. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, because I'm kind of just rambling right now, talked about the game, the possible lineups for next year. Everybody assumes that we're getting some type of top four pick. I don't think we are. Um, the Giannis and Ja Morant conversation is now in somewhat in full play. Um, the Giannis and the Giannis and John Morant conversation is in full play. So you know what I'm saying. So I don't know exactly what's gonna go down and what's and how everything is gonna get handled, but so somehow, some way, the Nets are supposed to land Giannis and John Morant for next season, and I have no idea how really they're gonna do it. Like outside of other teams, maybe outside of other picks, maybe. Like who knows? I have no idea. I have not a clue how they're gonna do it. So it is what it is, man. So we gonna see how everything shapes out. Um, Trevon Scott was signed to a contract. Malachi Smith was signed to a 2-year deal. Um, so a lot of other things that is going on. A lot of other things that probably will go on. But the NBA playoffs is the play in is gonna start probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Tuesday, and then that's gonna be the end of the next season, pretty much. So um, yeah, man. It's look. I think as Nets fans, man, we all have what we want to see. In terms of the yeah, I think as Nets fans, we got what we want to see in terms of that and everything, and how we want to do things. This, that, and the third, and everything. Um, just however we want to do things, man. Like I think I'm listen. Sean Marks is not the smartest man in the room. There it is. I said it. I mean, it's something that has to be done. It's something better that has to be done with the organization, with the front office, man, and how things are being run. Um, yeah, man, it's something that got to be done. Something got to shake. So we can't continue to put up with all of this stuff that's going on, man. I don't think this is as fair to anybody in any of the to the organization. I don't think it's fair to the city. I don't think it's fair to the players and the coaches, and I like it's just right now it's just a mess. So come this summer, a whole bunch of things have got to shake in the right direction. This summer, a whole bunch of things have got to go right in the right direction, man. Like it is what it is. It cannot. I don't think we can't continue to we can't continue to keep fumbling and tripping ourselves up, man. We can't continue to do that. So we got to do better. We got to move in the right direction. We got to get things right. We got to get things on track. I'm going to be paying attention to the I'm going to definitely be paying attention to the what's that? The I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the Indiana game, because Indiana, they do hold a spot over us. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that for sure. For sure, I'm going to be paying attention to that. So keep the game on mute. Just call the game a little bit. Download past the Yake Poto, who lays it in, ties the game at 8. 7:45 remaining in the first. Then the game went out. Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Okay. RJ Barrett gets a bucket of his own. Timeout. Timeout Nets as RJ Barrett gets a quick layup and the Raptors take a 10-8 lead. 7:32 remaining in the first. We will be right back after these messages. Just want to remind everybody, yo, Javon shit, man, what's going on? What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? Appreciate everybody locking in for the season, for sure. I am definitely going to try to get some WNBA content going again. I didn't want to. Things got a little bit toxic how the WNBA was being viewed and this, that, and the third, and I didn't want to do it, and I just didn't feel right doing it and everything, man. So, but I'm gonna try to get back and try to do it and try to do it again this year. So, as many games as I could cover, I definitely will cover for sure. So, the NBA playoffs, I don't really care for it. I mean, I definitely watch for sure, but it's it's not something I really care for. I'll only show up if the Tangerines are facing elimination. I only show up if certain teams are facing elimination. If certain teams are facing elimination, then I'll definitely show up. I'll definitely stream to make sure that I'm live and front and center for their demise. Um, and that's basically that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna do too much, man. But I definitely show up for the demise of some of those teams for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to everybody once again. That may be watching wherever you are watching. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Share the channel. You definitely can share the channel with any and everybody. A lot of people share a lot of my videos and everything on Twitter. My Twitter, of course, is Leaf4788. Make sure you got all the sports content on there. Running into a lot of I'm running into a lot of the parlay fans. I'm running into a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the parlay fans they trying to get, man. The Raptors can move up to the fifth seed with a win here. So the Nets don't have any reason to compete in this game. So like I mean they probably should be trying to make sure that the Raptors get that last spot. EJ Liddell fires a three and hits. Don't know why. Don't know why. Have no idea why what we're doing, but it is what it is. 11-10. Quickly, we'll bring the ball up. Quickly over to Scotty. Scotty Barnes over to Ingram. Bi crossover behind the back. Fades, fires, no good, but he's fouled. Gets released. It's listen. It's a lot of things that got to change with this roster, with this organization. Right? A lot of people are just looking at these picks, not realizing like when you pick in the top five, you're responsible for raising a child the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like like that's what you're responsible for. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Scotty Barnes gets the steal, dumps it down to Yaki Poto. Yaki Poto out to Ingram. Ingram layup to RJ Barrett. Layup in the lane is good. The lead is three. Ben Saraf brings it up. Ben Saraf over on the left. Gives it up to Liddell. Liddell down the lane. Layup, no good. Out to Scott. Scott rebounds and no good. Rebound by Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes continues to push. Bounce pass to Yaki Poto, who is fouled. That's a late whistle, but they definitely did call that. So, want to give a shout out to everybody once again, man. Hit the like, share, subscribe buttons on your way out the door. No, I do not think Toronto Raptors have a chance in the playoffs against anybody, against whoever the hell they play. They going from sixth to fifth. They're going to get their ass kicked. They're going to get the hell beat out of them. I have no idea who they're going to contend with. This team is basically about to turn into dust. They did all of this in the season for nothing. Jalen Wilson will bring the ball up. Jalen Wilson gives it out to Scott. Scott loses it, gives it back to Wilson. Wilson looking, top of the three-point line. Wilson drives left, step back, fades, fires, no good. Rebound by Scott. Scott tries to throw it up. That's another garbage, man. Rebound by Shed. Shed out to RJ. RJ said outside chance if Pacers win. I think we can tie or even take a spot for second worst odds or bottom two. So yeah. Yeah, because the Pacers own the tiebreaker. The Pacers own the tiebreaker. I think they won the season series. If they didn't win the season series, I think they do it by points because they no longer do the coin flip. They don't do the coin flip no more. Jalen Wilson dives in and it's blocked, but it's a foul. I think they might have called goaltending on that. Yeah, you're right. And nah, Jelio, you absolutely right. That the odds of what the hell happened to my damn thing. Yeah, I don't know what just happened just now, man. My whole thing just went haywire. I think that the odds is like kind of weird. The way that the odds is set up. You know what I'm saying? So the odds is set up a little bit weird. So I don't know. Jalen Wilson gets the steal. Jalen Wilson down the court, try to trumbles his way in, layup plus the foul, and he will go to the free throw line for one more. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first. I think they just ran a couple of dudes over. They didn't give two damns about that play. See who's on the court right now for him. Yeah. Right now on the court, see, this is what I don't like about ESPN, man. Like they don't have like who's currently on the court. I don't think. Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they have it. Yeah, Mamu, Sandro Mamu, and Murray Biles and Murray Biles and Shed. R.J. Barrett and Ingram is out on the court for the Raptors. 4:38 remaining. Nets trail 14-17, but it's look like it's gonna be a review. So what? Oh, but the one thing I can say is that a lot of people are not looking at a lot of people are looking at the bottom five. A lot of Nets fans are looking at the bottom five because we got the Brooklyn Nets, excuse me, got their first lottery pick last year in Yegor. But they're looking more at the bottom five and they're looking at the bottom five teams thinking that it's gonna work that way. I'm here to tell you that the NBA created the draft lottery for a reason, and one reason only. The one reason why they created it is for control, so that they can control it. That's the one reason why they created it. So I'm not, like I said, man. I'm not in the business of play one. What's going on, bro? I'm not in the business of, the NBA is going to do us a favor, because when the NBA does you a favor, that means you owe them. Usually when somebody does a favor for you, you owe them. Said player one. He said you were cooking about Harden / Wade on PC. Appreciate it, bro. I mean, I just thought, like, to me, the Harden Wade shit, that's crazy to me, bro, because I like Wade. I mean, yes, Wade is a Finals MVP. Wade is a champion, but I thought, player to player, the way that we judge players today, and I think it's one of the reasons why a lot of people want to put LeBron over Jordan, but they can't do it. There's no loophole. There's no backdoor cut to get LeBron there. One of the things is player to player and stats and everything. Particularly like what players did at number one options. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that when I look at Harden and Wade as number one options, for me, I'm just looking at so many different things, man. Like Dwayne Wade as a number one in those Miami years was definitely he was parallel to me. He was parallel to being one of the best two-way players um in the league at the time, and one of the best two-way players at his position. James Harden was parallel to being one of the best offensive players ever. That's what James Harden was doing. James Harden was changing rules. James Harden was changing rules. He was changing the way the game was officiated. He was changing how offenses what you needed to be an offensive star, and what you needed to produce to be an offensive star, and what you needed to have in terms of the concepts of dribble, pass, and shoot. You be far fetched and dribble, pass, and shoot, and what it produced, and what you produced with those skill sets and with those concepts. There's nobody that mastered those concepts more so than James Harden. I don't think it's nobody that's mastered them concepts more than James Harden. If you don't want to call him the greatest combo guard ever, fine with me. That's fine with me. But you cannot say that the Houston James Harden wasn't rivaling, wasn't knocking on the door of being one of the best offensive players ever. Had it not been for Nikola Jokic, Luka, uh, I say Kareem, Wilt, Jordan, that's the company that he was keeping. In terms of scoring, the company that he was keeping was rivaling Jordan. And like, I don't even think it's a conversation who the best scorer of that decade was. In my opinion. I mean, if Steph was rivaling the best offensive threat that we've ever seen, the greatest offensive threat that we've ever seen, I think that the greatest offensive player in that decade had to be James Harden. And I know I say a lot about offense, and we're working on the skills of an overall player, but It's to allow everybody to realize that not everybody that plays both sides of the ball is better than the all time offensive great, and that's what James Harden was, in my personal opinion. So I mean, you have to look at the responsibilities. To me, you got to look at the responsibilities of James Harden during that time. This is a guy that was the primary playmaker. He had led the league in assists. If I'm not mistaken, he led the league in assists that year, battling Russell Westbrook, who did the unthinkable and averaged a 30-point triple double to win MVP and finished in a tough second. He finished a tough second in 2015. A tough second, I think, again, maybe like 2 years later, and then finally won it, and then finished a tough second again. I can honestly tell you, James Harden. Oh my God, Brandon Ingram just came down, bro. Like, just got a easy. Yeah, this game is back and forth. This game is back and forth, but it ain't really back and forth in terms of the scoring. Uh, Drake Powell floated in the lane, no good. Rebound by Brandon Ingram. So yeah, player one, bro. That's what I was really trying to prove. Scotty Barnes got away with a travel, which is crazy to me. But 18 to 27, 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Nets have the ball. They almost get stolen, but that's a foul on Walter. So yeah, that was really my whole thing on the D Wade Harden conversation. I think D Wade, in my personal opinion, man, I think D Wade like as a number one option, it was more so. I think he was more willing to sacrifice for winning and everything and for the good of the win. But if we just talking player to player, I think that James Harden had a whole lot more in his in as an offensive player than D Wade. As an overall player, I mean, D Wade obviously was playing both sides of the ball, but that kind of, I think that kind of worked against him because I always joke, and because when players that play both sides of the ball and then they suffer from injuries, man, I always have a phrase where nothing. I always have a phrase when you get injured on defense. Nothing good can come from playing defense. Nothing. He said, you could say he was better, but that style of play is near impossible to win with IMO. No, I don't think that style of play is hard to win with, man. Like, I just thinking when we talking about win with, we're talking about, obviously we're talking about championships. It's hard. It's not that it's hard to win with. It's hard to beat the Warriors with that play style. That's what it was hard to do. Because you could probably say the same thing for D. Could '06 D Wade and '09 D Wade fare better with his play style, with his crash and burn play style? I mean, it's said that if you have a two-way threat, you got a legitimate chance to beat them Warriors teams. But I just think that Kawhi was a different animal. And I don't think nobody is crazy enough to say that '06 or '09 D Wade, because those are the years that we think about when we think about D Wade. He's living off of those years. As a number one option, he's living off of those years, to me. So I look at those 2 years as a number one option. If you put '06, obviously it's a hypothetical, but if you put '06, and your answer is going to be just off of what you think. '06 D Wade, '09 D Wade, you put him in Harden's position, I don't think they fare better. I just don't. You know, I mean, I think Wade took advantage of a opportunity in '06 where that team was basically destined to basically set up to win a championship. Shaq was on his last top 10 player years. Um, not to really throw it under the bus, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said it's a fair point, but they built the team around Harden and his play style. Yeah, yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. And you could say the same thing about Nash and those teams in Phoenix. You needed a that type of shooter, that type of dribble pass shoot player. To make sure things run accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not that like everybody looks at the few games that James Harden laid an egg in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the times where they needed him the most or whatever, the times where, all right, yo, James Harden, yo, what about Game 6 against San Antonio? What did James Harden do? And it like, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Steph was allowed to take tour dates, and the Warriors were still winning. You know what I'm saying? He said no, Wade wouldn't have done better if you replaced Harden with Wade. I don't think he would have neither. I don't think no version of D Wade would have had fared better. But the version of James Harden that we were seeing, that everybody, that the people were starting to see, and people were starting to say, yo, he's doing this, what, 3-4 years in a row. I think from what 2016 to about the time, to maybe about the year before he left, maybe 2020 in the bubble when he had Russ. We were arguably maybe looking at one of the greatest offensive players that we've ever seen. That's just the truth. And I think it's still somewhat of an argument to this day. I mean, as good as SGA is, as good as Luka is, as good as Joker is, and I think Joker, Nikola Jokic is what he's done in the past 6 years. I think Nikola Jokic, his 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 caveat for greatest offensive player we've ever seen is definitely holds a fight. The way that we were seeing James Harden break down defenders and break down defenses, the way that we seen him score, the way that we seen him manipulate defenses, and was able to get to the free throw line. Me personally, I don't think Joker necessarily needs any of it. I think Joker is just basically, he's just playing the game all mind, and like with his 7 foot frame. That's kind of like the help. That's kind of the help caveat for him. Jalen Wilson misses the free throw. Quickly gets it up the court. RJ Barrett fires a three. He hits 29-35. So realistically, man, I think D Wade. I think D Wade was an exceptional talent, and a lot of the nuances used for D Wade is based on resume. You know what I'm saying? Said people underestimate how great Miami Shaq was. Wade was getting off 35 in the finals because Shaq wasn't constantly getting 2-3 defenders on him. Yeah. I mean, and Wade was getting to the line a lot. I mean, that '06 run, that '06 finals run is something that D Wade hung his hat on. I'm not going to sit out here and say when D Wade got on the court, man, when he was a number one option, he didn't show up. D Wade showed up. D Wade definitely showed up, man, as the number one option for sure. You will never get that argument out of me. But in between those years of him being the number one option, there were gaps. A lot of what D Wade suffered from is what he suffered from coming into the league, and that was health. I feel like his resume, and this might be out of line when I say this, I feel like D Wade's resume was it's kind of Bill Waltonish to me. You know? Like, I think he knew what he could do. He knew what he was capable of. I think on the court you knew what type of player he was. I don't think he shortchanged you. But I think he would I think with D Wade, we wanted more. We wanted a little bit more. NYG, what's going on, bro? Shout out to NYG, man. Make sure y'all go follow NYG. Unpopular Opinion Sports. Um, Make sure y'all go follow that on YouTube, and of course the ABSN Network, man. The Aboriginal Sports Network. Make sure y'all go follow that on YouTube.com, man, for sure. But I think the thing with D Wade to me, bro, was I feel like a lot of his style of play it just didn't look like a style of play that was gonna last long. The thing with Harden, and even still to this day, Harden is still as a dribble, pass, and shoot threat. I think he's still finding ways to be effective. As a passer, he's continuing. His game is continuing to soar incredible heights as a playmaker. You know, from time to time he can still go back to Houston mode. You know what I'm saying? Now, will that help the Cavaliers? Probably not, because it's a lot of things that have to go right in the NBA playoffs, and it's a lot of things that have to go right for certain players to win championships. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that just got to go right, man. So I mean, I don't listen. The one thing I've grown to accept um is the fact that in terms of players winning championships, because and this is the thing that we do a lot. Scotty Barnes just took the ball off the rebound, kick out to RJ Barrett, fires a three and hits. 31-42. Nets go down by 11. Drake Powell dancing with it, gives it up to Wilson. Back to Drake Powell. Drake Powell fires a three, no good. Rebound by quickly up the court. Layup down the lane is good. And that's going to be a timeout Nets. 9:50 remaining in the second. 31-44. Yeah, but like what people have to understand is that, and I think it's going to segue into my conversation about the draft lottery. Yo, just because you get top 5 picks or quote unquote generational picks don't mean that it's up to the front office and the coaching staff and a whole bunch of things to go right in terms of them to breed the ultimate success, and that's, you know, winning championships as a team. There has to be a lot of sacrifice, and there has to be a lot of know-how. There has to be a lot of it has to be more than X's and O's. There has to be a lot of great situational basketball. You know, you have to understand how winning is done. And I think you know, and it's like something that Jelio said, man. The team was built around the Houston teams were built around James Harden's skill set. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily think a style of play is not can't win. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen 7 different teams win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't say that a certain style can't win. We've seen certain teams win the championship that ain't like, we just like, yo, win a championship. It's just a lot of things have to go right to win it. You know, so it is what it is. Man, Unpopular Opinion Sports said, hey bro, do you think Jordy Fernandez is the right coach? Um, it depends on the team. It depends on the roster. I think he's the right coach for a young team, a young growing team, a young guys that are in here with gonna come in and gonna learn, and they're gonna understand right away, and they're gonna get their homework down quickly, man, and they're gonna understand how all the things that must go right in the NBA game, in the NBA basketball game. They understand where the ball is gonna go. They understand they paying attention, and they doing things like that, shit like that, man, and all of that. Uh, Kick, what's going on? Jordy may end up being the best coach we've ever had. I think he's better than Kenny. I mean, we seen what Kenny could do with less. I mean, we seen what Kenny could do with rising players. We seen what Kenny could do with the Karis LeVerts. We seen what Kenny could do with Jared Allen. We seen what Kenny could do with the D'Angelo Russell. We seen as the number one option, which is crazy. So yeah, he could be. I mean, but after this season, I think we got to let the shackles off, and we got to understand that a lot of these young players, a lot of players that's coming into the season, whatever the roster is going to look like, a lot of players that you're going to have to see it through training camp. Training camp is going to really show what we could do right from there, man. So he said, Leaf, how you like Mavs lottery odds this year? I think I've been on record and said that the Mavericks are getting the number one overall pick. I've been on record saying that. So, I mean, y'all could take that with what you want. I said that the Mavs are getting the number one overall pick, but that doesn't mean that we can't get a top 3 pick. That doesn't mean that we can't get a top 5 pick, but we probably won't. I'm just keeping my thoughts to myself when I say that, man, because when I say that, I have to describe to Nets fans. I have to describe to a lot of people that's in my background. That's I have to describe to a lot of people that's sit all in the net circle, man. That why we're not getting it and why tanking doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So but just to put a stat on y'all everybody that's in here, FIFA and everybody that's in here, since 2010, and I'm only going off the since 2010 because that's when the last decade started. Since 2010, only 6 players have won an NBA championship that was selected in the top 5 of their drafts. Only 6. Only one of them is a league MVP. So take with that what you want, man. So I mean, it is what it is. He said, "Damn right we are." Yo, Jay, what's good? Jay, shout out to my man. This is JTV. Make sure y'all go follow This is JTV on IG. Make sure y'all go follow A Different World on IG. Make sure y'all follow A Different World and This is JTV on Spotify and on iTunes, on Apple Music. Make sure y'all go follow all the music, man. Make sure y'all download. Make sure to stream all the music and everything, man. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to D Rock. Shout out to A Different World, man. Shout out to everybody back home. Leaf, come join the Mavs train and just no, I will not. I don't even know why I said that. Said salute. Yeah, but what people have to understand about a top getting a top 5 pick is basically you basically responsible for raising a child that was kind of handed to you. You know what I'm saying? Without having real experience about raising children, it's kind of like raising a child. If he turned out to be some shit, bro, that's on you. 9 times out of 10. Because I guarantee you, bro, like if the Nets get a top 5 pick that most of the fan base like, and he's done wrong and this, that, and the third, this, that, and he's done like somebody else that got off the team, that got cut from the team. Then it's gonna be on the front office. The front office didn't do right. This, that, and the third. Da 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 da. It's a whole bunch of shit. He said, ain't no way the NBA is giving Dallas another number one pick. That's wild, bro. NYG, bro, you've been on plenty of podcasts with me. You know I don't trust the NBA. I don't trust them worth a damn. I think the NBA is trying to build teams through the draft. They clearly did it with the San Antonio Spurs, and I think they're going to do the same thing with the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flag is the only teenager in NBA history to put up 50 points in a game. I think they're going to continue to spoon feed him. I really truly think that. So said if Dallas gets the number one pick, I'm probably taking a year off from watching the NBA. You probably should get it now, man, because it's most likely gonna happen. I'm pretty confident that the number one, that the top, that most of these top players are going to the West. The NBA doesn't really care about the East. They don't really care. Said, yo, Leaf. I was listening to Breezy as well, as y'all was saying how hopefully y'all can get be contending as soon as next. But do y'all really believe that? Cause I feel like have nowhere near amount of talent to win. No, we don't have any talent on this roster to win, but this offseason, we planning to make like a real strong push for Giannis and possibly Ja Morant. Which I don't think the play styles really match. That's the only thing I really have a problem with. But um, the Nets are just trying to compete. The Nets are just trying to compete. Yeah. Basically for next year, the Nets are really just trying to compete. Second career also. Yeah. So I don't know how it's really gonna shape out, bro. Like realistically, they have a plan that involves them giving up most of the picks because the way this draft has been heavily touted, there's not going to be another draft like this for a while. There's not even going to be another draft like the Cooper Con draft and the White Boy draft for a while. It's not. There's no drafts that's being heavily touted. At least in the next 2 3 years, or whatever it is. We don't have a pick for next year neither. Liddell hits a three from the corner. 43-52. Nets are down 9. Bounce pass to Ingram is stolen by Saraf. Saraf moves it up the court. Saraf, bullshit ass Euro step and nothing. Said who has y'all pick for next year? The Rockets. The Rockets have our pick for next year. The Rockets, the last time the Rockets used our pick, they picked Reece Shepard, who was basically Reece Shepard is a proven fact as to why Jimmer Fredette was never ever going to work out in the NBA. He's a proven fact. If you want any proof as to why Jimmer Fredette, if any of y'all remember who Jimmer Fredette is, if you want any proof as to why Jimmer Fredette was never going to work out in the NBA, look at Reece Shepard. Watch Reece Shepard. Watch Reece Shepard for 5 to 10 minutes. You'll understand. You will understand. You will gladly understand. 43-52. RJ Barrett at the free throw line. He hits the second free throw. 10-point game. 6:11 to go in the second. Tyson will bring it up. Tyson gets around the screen. Tyson step back. Fall three. No good. Rebound Scotty. Scotty Barnes out here, stat horn. Ah, yeah. Toronto ain't winning nothing. They ain't doing nothing in the playoffs. Spinning the lane. RJ Barrett goes up and he is fouled. Yeah, but Houston has our pick. I think we have a couple of more swaps for next draft. That's gonna keep us out of the lottery. So unless the I think the Knicks. Hold on, let me go. So hold on, let me just explain to you. So 2020 own pick. What the hell just happened? Good God, this is the second time they did this. Like, good God, man. Oh yeah. So Leaf, I know you heard it too when they tried to downplay last year's draft before the draft, but now everyone is seeing how really good last year's draft really was. When you talk about last year, you talking about the Cooper draft, right? If you talking about the Cooper draft, I could see. The thing is, I can tell you one thing about the Cooper draft is that like they've gotten off into to a phenomenal start. Like Khan and Coop and most of the players in that draft, they got off to great starts in their career. A lot of those players are gonna make the all rookie teams. Had it not been for the 65 game rule, bro, like a lot of them voting would be very very close for the all rookie teams, man. Because a lot of players show promise. A lot of players definitely show promise for sure. Con Canepo is basically saving the Hornets. He's basically saving them. So here goes the next year's draft. 2027. Our own pick is owned by Houston through the rights of a swap. Um and I think it's adjustable by however we finish however it is. The only other two picks that we own is the Knicks pick, which is a first round pick, no protections on that, and a second round pick from the Lakers in that draft. So the Philly pick in 2028 is 1 through 8 protected. And then of course we have our own. And if I had to say, all of these picks is probably going to be given up for Giannis, because if I know Milwaukee doesn't want to come away empty handed. Milwaukee was not trying to empty out was not trying to empty out TV money. Even though I don't think they made TV money in the second half of the season because Giannis was hurt. The same with the Grizzlies. But the Grizzlies at least have two building blocks that they want to continue with. They got Cedric Howard and Zach Edey that they want to continue to build with. So that's what they have. Yeah. So unless the Knicks basically, that's the only way we getting the top pick. And I could low key see that shit happening too. Just be just like the Knickerbombers. Um, Said I don't know if anyone in next draft is gonna be better than Coop or Khan off the bat. The seasons they have are historical. Yes, absolutely. Cooper and Khan, they got out to amazing starts like right away, and I could tell you one thing about this upcoming draft. This upcoming draft has a lot of pressure on them. They have a lot of pressure on them to be great, to be phenomenal out the gate. Because if Coop and Khan is doing numbers out the gate, bro, like Khan Canepo is I think he hit over, is he over 300 threes for the season? Hold on, hold on a second. I think Khan Canepo is over 300 threes for the season. So hold on. Wait, somebody got to check that. No, he's at 270. My bad. I thought he was over 300. He's close though. He at 270. Con Kneppel, man. Damn. I tell you, he's saving lives in Charlotte right now, man. He said maybe AJ, but I wouldn't bet on it. Yo, Scott, what up, man? What's going on, Scott? AJ has to be 10 times better than what he has to produce a season 10 times better than what what Coop just produced. He has to because I first off I think Coop is off to a credible start. Will Coop be a like an all star for years to come? That's yet to be seen. Me personally, bro, like all I can say about that is Duke curse. Duke curse. It exists. So y'all can do with that what you want. Malachi Smith smacks a three from the corner, 54-60. 3:30 left in the second. Wait, is this game in the second, bro? Like they messing with me. Hold on. I don't even know if this game is actually in the second quarter. The scores is like something is going on with the scores and the scoreboard. Like I can't really see what's going on. Hold on. Show scores for the game. Oh, yeah. This game is in the second quarter. Okay. He said Coop clears AJ leave. Come on. Yeah, he does for now. Um, he definitely does for now, for sure. As a prospect, coming out of college, that I don't know. A lot of people are saying that it's AJ. Flag would still go number one in this year's draft. We only saying that because of what he's doing in Dallas, bro. Like what nobody really knows that. Yep. Look how people were talking about Ace early on, and he ain't half as hyped as this year's top three. Pressure will be real. See, the thing is, a lot of people can't go off the first year, bro. The first year could really trick a lot of people. The first year could really, really trick a lot of people. It's that second and that third and that fourth year that really proves like who you are, bro. Like because you could go crazy in your rookie year and then the rest of it and then still stay the same or still slightly get worse. Or in health could really bother you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I call it the oh God. Saraf put somebody on the floor just now. Um Here's the thing. The thing about rookie seasons that you can't really get mixed up is that you can't jump on a train right away. You can't. It's called the Keith Van Horn syndrome. Just to let y'all know, Keith Van Horn in his first 3 years was averaging 20 and 8 in the NBA. What he realized is that he wasn't that good. It's just a lot of the things that he was getting away with in them 3 years was just like, oh, okay. And then that's when the position got more and more steep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Tyreek Evans. Tyreek Evans was on his way. He was averaging 20, 25, and 5. What happened to him every season after that? The Tyreek Evans syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things that can go bad in an NBA career, and it's very few things that can go good. In and out. Said top four in the historic 2026 draft is everything for Brooklyn Nets future before we consider a Giannis or Mitchell or Paolo blockbuster move. John, you're not gonna get off of that, man, and I'm not here to convince you. All I'm gonna say is, man, like when you get one of these picks, you gotta understand they have a lot of pressure to live up to because of what Concaneppel and what Cooper Flag have just done in their rookie seasons. Not just because of that and what they probably will do for seasons to come, but at the same time, if the NBA is going to build around Cooper Flag, like I think that they will, because after next year, I don't think Dallas has any lottery pick on any of their own picks. Ben Saraf tries to put somebody on the floor again. Paulo in the same sentence with blockbuster move is hilarious. Yeah, it kind of is, man, because Paulo kind of fell off a little bit. His production ain't really crazy, crazy. I think Paulo before. Here's the thing, but Paulo before the injury, before that injury last year, Paolo was about to do incredible things. It's just Leaf, I heard you moved to Lubbock. I was there a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I'm about an hour out. I'm like an hour out from Lubbock. I had got in a small town, man. I got a small apartment, like an hour out of town, an hour out southeast. Southeast is it's like county roads I'm on. So yeah, um, yeah, Paulo, yeah, good putback by Saraf to end the first half. First half is in the books, 61-70. The Nets yeah, they keeping the game close, but I don't really see them winning this game. Good putback by Saraf though. And say Leaf, I know you talked about maximizing a one and done win winning all season or bust with Giannis and Morant, even without a homegrown franchise star. But we and look, all I'm gonna tell you, listen, John. Like I said, man, like yo, you convinced that listen, you got a lot. It's a lot of conviction within that statement. Just off of the strength of like best case scenario. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta understand where like are the Nets trying to go for the gusto or are the Nets trying to just get better? Those are the things that we have to ask ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you end up with Nate Ament, you end up with Nate Ament. You know what I'm saying? So mm, it is what it is, man. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, man. My man, Big Fan Breeze, man. So salute. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all go follow Big Fan Breeze, YouTube.com. Big Fan Breeze, man, with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Make sure y'all go follow him, man. Well over 1,000 vids, well over going on, if I'm not mistaken, on 2,000 subs. So well over. So you know what I'm saying. So shout out to him. We'll be like him when I grow up. After All Star Logic, I can get with that. Yeah, like the thing is, Feet, like you got to understand. Paolo came out last season before the injury. Paolo had came out of the gate. I think like his first 10, 15 games, he was doing 30 and he was doing, oh God, get that out of there. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I think but Paolo after that, bro, was doing numbers. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like we gotta understand, bro. Like Paolo, like after that first playoff run with Orlando, and when they win 7 games, I think they had win 7 games with Cleveland. Paolo came into next season ready to go, like ready. He was, bruh. I think they played Miami the first game, and I think he hit them for what 35 and 15 or some shit. Nah, I'm not gonna go with. I mean, Paulo. It's just to me. I think Paulo playing style, man. Like when Paulo chooses to play a certain way, he could be that. Oh, get dunked on. Oh my God, some of these dunks is just out of pocket. Here go Wimby. Wow. Wimby is uncoordinated as hell, bro. Like it's just the fact that he's tall. He's just tall, bro. Like that's all it is, man. So yeah, but if you remember that if it's that version of Paolo that you're looking for, I haven't seen that version of Paolo since before the injury. Paolo is a poor man mellow. As he's starting to look like it. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, Leaf, you might be right. That sustainability probably doesn't exists in this new CBA, but having a window to win is better than trying to do it or in one season, which almost never happens, if rarely. There's plenty of cases of it happening in since '08. So I mean, you could max out that you could go for the gusto in that window and then do what the Celtics did. Sean Marks in his interview looks like he hasn't shaved or washed in years since the Big Three collapse. John, I know Paolo is way worse than Melo. He said Paolo is way worse than Melo. He said, nah, Leaf, he's coordinated for his height. He is coordinated for, well, I guess, man, if you want to say he's coordinated for his height, but it's still, every time he moves, bro, like you praying that the shit don't go bad, bro. Like if he does a spin move at that, you're not supposed to be doing spin moves at that height. Like for that wide of a spin move, bro. Like I'm just like, what the hell? I'm like, if he gets it off, you just like, oh shit, look what Wimby did. You know what I'm saying? Nolan, Yeager, Apollo, Caleb Wilson, and Danny Wolf. Leaf would be a fun starting five, or even swap Danny. No, 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 no. I said Wimby really could have went for 60 against the Mavs a couple days ago. Yeah, he could have. He actually could have, but well, actually, you know what, Fee? Like everybody keeps saying that, but I think the whole plan is to play Wimby in a certain level of spurts because certain times in the game, bro, like Wimby looks gassed. If he plays like a certain amount of minutes, man, I don't know if I'm the only one that's seeing that, bro. Like, but Wimby looks gassed at certain points in the game. If he extends a certain amount of minutes, he looks gassed. Said Leaf, you don't like that hypothetical five. No, I do not. I do not. I do not like it at all. But halftime is here, man. I wanted to check on some other scores, man. On the games, man. Um, cause there are some other games that's going on right now. Um, awesome. What the hell, man? Why is it? No, I'm not hiding scores. What the hell am I doing? Well, look like we're gonna be locked into three. Because the Pacers are down 63-81 at halftime in their game. So I thought the Pistons not playing too many. Well, oh no, they playing K. K played 15 minutes. K got 10 assists, 7 rebounds, and 7 points in 15 minutes, bro. And Paul Reed got 18, 4, 3, and 3. Uh, Toby Harris got 19 points, leading the way. Herder got 10. Isaiah Stewart got 10. Yeah. So, um, let's see. See who's injured, right? Who's injured? Wait, Wimby's injured? I don't think Wimby's injured. You say you're bugging out. If you think Paolo is that nice. I don't think Paolo is that nice neither. I think Paolo is good, but I don't think he's that nice. I think Paolo is he's an exceptional talent, but I mean between him, Cooper Flag, Zion, and Cam Boozer, I think he has I think he has the most physical advantage. Maybe no, I don't know. I can't even say that. That's Zion. That's Zion. Zion has the most physical advantage. I'm taking what's this? Vince Carter rookie highlights. Oh, because we playing Toronto. Ugh, because we playing Toronto. I remember when Vince was doing that shit in his rookie year, up and under ball, no look dunks. Shit was crazy. Vince was my guy, bro. Like I like that. That's what an NBA basketball game was all about. Just like it was just a show. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, get up. One hand dunk. Let's play it back. Let's go. Go right back up. Ugh. Get up. Shit. Dunking on Bo Outlaw. Dunk right on Theo Ratliff. Get up. Out of the way. Um, he said, "Is Ryan Nimhart a better rookie than y'all's five rookies leave?" No, I don't think so. He's not better than Nolan. He's not better than Danny Wolf. He definitely ain't better than Jaeger. So I can't say that. Oh, Lobby Wayne, Odell type shit. No. Ryan Nimhart is a part of a tanking roster. Oh God, up and under dunk on Dirk. Yeah. It says Sean Marks is praising the ticket department for the season. Meanwhile, I'm watching Saraf learn to play off 2 feet. Say you don't watch Paolo like BKNY Hoops doesn't watch Caleb Wilson yet criticizing. Says season is over in 24 minutes. All right, I bet. All right, well we locking up 3 then, I guess. Shit, I don't really see the Pacers coming back. I think they got Micah Potter, Obi Toppin got like 18 points. Yeah, and Brown. Uh I don't think Miami's doing nothing in the playoff in the postseason neither. I don't even know. So the standings for the playoffs is kind of crazy to me. So in the East, Charlotte and Miami, they only have a chance at the eighth seed. Um, but this is probably the best the Eastern Conference has looked in years. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You got 10 teams over 500. The Eastern Conference got 10 teams over 500 right now. So I mean, Orlando is just one of them teams, man. I just don't think. I don't think they really filled out what they needed to fill out. Atlanta is probably the most interesting team. Even though we know Atlanta ain't really gonna do shit. If I would like for Atlanta to play the Knicks. I would like for Atlanta to play the Knicks because like the Knicks have a hard time with those up and down teams. Even though they have a hard time with up and down teams, I don't think the Knicks is gonna lose to Toronto or Atlanta, which is crazy to me. But Cleveland, I don't really have no faith in. The Pistons are about to win 60 games, so Charlotte is probably the best story in the East. The best story, probably in basketball. I said Atlanta is a sleeper pick. Atlanta is a sleeper pick. They gave up Trey Young and now they a sleeper pick. Great. Yeah, okay. Said we are locked in top 3, and now we'll see how the pendulum flips either in Brooklyn's favor or not. Knicks could be in trouble if Hawks get them in first round. If scores currently hold up. So bottom 3 all have the same odds for top 4. After 4, I don't even know who you with 5. Probably Acuff. If not Acuff, man, probably Wagler, maybe. Say Hawks would give the Knicks problems. I don't know about that. I think they give the Knicks problems. I just still think the Knicks they gonna win. The Knicks gonna get the calls to win that series. They gonna get all the calls to win that series. Leaf respect, Alexander Walker. Shout out to Alexander Walker, man. A lot of people keep forgetting that's the cousin of the MVP of the league. So looking better than Mikal did in 27 games. Yeah. Uh, the Western Conference. I ain't gonna lie. The Western Conference is kind of a joke. Um, Houston won 50 games again, but nobody really takes them seriously. Minnesota, they digressed, but they can beat Denver still. The Lakers basically got Thanos snapped, so that basically leaves the Spurs and OKC. I think the Spurs, they guard play is gonna have to do a lot more than a lot of people think. I don't think they gonna just I don't think they just gonna Wimby their way to the conference finals. I don't think that, man. I think they guard play is gonna have to be extremely extremely good. As far as the play in it is Phoenix, they got a little bit side themselves, man, because Dylan Brooks decided that he was a mid range shooter. Um, he took a lot of shots out of hands of better offensive players, man. So I mean, I respect Dylan Brooks' hustle. I respect his fire in terms of putting the battery at the back of some of them players, man. Players like Gillespie and players like Grayson Allen and everything, man. Like that on them type of lineups is good. It's okay. I would like for them to play OKC in the first round because I know that's going to be a hacking ass series. Dylan Brooks, you could lean on him to do some dirty shit, and OKC could get a taste of their medicine. Um, the Clippers probably are most likely. Uh, no, no, Phoenix can't play. Phoenix will only play the 7th seed. So yeah, so go through your postseason awards. Postseason awards. Well, I mean, well, regular season awards. Regular season awards. Let's see who I got. For regular season awards, Rookie of the Year, I got Coop. Um, I think it was Con for a while, but Coop done came out in this last month, and he kind of done deboed it. So I think they're gonna give it to Coop. Six man of the year. Shit. Uh, Six man of the year. Damn. Six man of the year. Who's the candidate? Right now they got Jaime Jaquez and Keldon Johnson and Nas Reed. Um, I don't know, man. That seemed like a tight race. I didn't really follow that award, but I think it's possible you could give it to Keldon. Keldon was supposed to be off this team, but he reemerged himself. So I mean, who knows? Who knows? They'll probably win. Um. Uh. uh let's see. Most improved player. Obviously. Uh. The MVP's cousin is leading that race. Is he either him or Jalen Johnson? Somebody from the Hawks might it should be getting that. Somebody should, that's I'm gonna just say that's the Atlanta Hawks award. That's what I'm gonna just say, man. So McCain, maybe. I don't know what McCain looks like off the bench. I didn't see him on that race. I didn't see McCain on that race. He said, "Leaf, are the Suns ever going to move off of Devin Booker? Seems like Suns are trying to deny the inevitable. I don't think they're trying to deny the inevitable. I just don't think they found anything suitable for Devin Booker yet. And plus, they changed owners and GMs because of the scandal that they had. So, um, if you know anything about these new GMs in the NBA, they hold on to players for a while, man. Kawhi Leonard was supposed to be off the Clippers a while ago, and Ballmer was like, shit, I just opening up a new building, so Kawhi gonna have to carry. So it is what it is with that. So most improved player, I'm gonna just leave that to the Atlanta Hawks. Whoever y'all want to give it to, y'all go give it to. I don't care who you give it to. Just give it to somebody on the Atlanta Hawks. Said Coop been on balling. It said Book is Sun's golden boy. Whatever the hell that mean. I mean, um, Defensive player of the year, that might be unanimous. I think Wemby. They was trying to give it to Wemby in his rookie season, and they couldn't do it. So I think it's almost unanimous that he's going to get it. Like if anybody gets a vote, I'll be shocked. So the NBA wants to give him that award. They wanted to give him that award 2 years ago. They were just like they couldn't find a reason to do it. So now they're gonna do it. Coach of the year. Coach of the year. Let's see. Coach of the year candidates. Let's see. Coach of the year. JB Bickerstaff, or Missoula, or Mitch Johnson. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if Missoula gets it. I won't be surprised if JB gets it. Um, I won't be surprised if any one of these dudes get it, man. But yeah, bro, Glorilla is at. She in an empty arena. You came to a game where they playing the Nets. Bitch, go home. Like, deep voice, how yeah, but I would say I don't know. I probably get that shit to JB. I feel like JB held down the fort, man, because Cade is. I don't think Cade is making an All NBA team because of the injuries. So, and Wemby is getting Defensive Player of the Year hand over fist. So that's not even a question. Shit, I think he was getting that even if he wasn't a candidate, man. That's how much the NBA be sucking him off. But yeah, man. That's gonna be that. So that leaves MVP. That leaves the MVP award. The standard answer is SGA. The standard answer is SGA. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I had a vote, I'm picking Joker. I said it. I don't care. Wimby has no motion in that race at all. Luca probably does. I think Luca might have missed the rest of the season, too many games. Wimby only has motion, man, because other players were injured, but he'll probably finish third. Just off the strength of the voting. And they most likely gonna get rid of the 65 game rule. Somebody has said something about the 65 game rule. Spurs and Nuggets in a second round is going to be a box office series. No, it's not. It's not because Wimby has a hard time guarding 1-on-1. He's a help defender. I mean, he's 7'5". He's supposed to block shots. I would hope that he did. I would hope that he's very mobile for his size. Say Glorilla ain't all that. Glorilla's it's a lot of mid coming from Glorilla. Trust me, mid. Shit. Saraf is pushing dudes out of bounds. All right, go ahead, push somebody out of bounds. You ain't got shit else to do in your rookie season. Um, a clutch player of the year. Almost forgot about that. Clutch player of the year will probably go to SGA. I think it'd probably go to SGA or yeah, probably go to SGA. I think SGA could take a MVP and clutch player of the year, and he might get a depoy vote. He might get a depoy vote. I don't know if he's gonna make a all defensive team, but he probably most likely get a depoy vote. So the way these matchups is gonna shape out, but I don't think the Spurs and the Nuggets. Um, the Spurs, I don't think they're ready for the Nuggets right now. I really don't. I think Joker understands exactly what he needs to do. Um, I think they have the defenders. I just don't think they have the depth that OKC has. Their depth is a little bit like kind of thin. They still got a lot of youth. I think their youth is going to show. I see the Spurs as the second round as it exit. OKC. Um, Depending on who OKC plays, I think they might be biting a bug. If their team is not at full strength, they might be biting a bug, and then that's why I think that that's why I think the Nuggets could probably take advantage. I think the Nuggets could make another run at the finals. I think they definitely could. They could make another run at the finals, man. Oh my goodness. In one. In one. Go ahead, Tyson. Get yours at the free throw line. There you go. Tyson Etienne is going to the free throw line for a 3-point play. But realistically, bro, like this year, I think this year NBA basketball, man, like if I had to give this season a grade, um I would probably say overall, I probably say this season I probably give a B minus. It just looked like a lot of shit was forced. Um, it just looked like a lot of shit was forced this year. They didn't have to force Wimby on everybody so soon. Um, Wimby, in terms of playing high minutes, man, like I still don't I still think something wrong there. Something is not right with Wimby in terms of playing those high key minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that the Spurs have to have comfortable leads in order for Wimby to like really to really like, you know, hang afloat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, almost stolen. Malachi Smith up the court. Turnover. Out to Yakipoto. Oh, stolen by Drake Powell. Drake Powell gives it up. Layup no good. Rebound by Jacopoto. Jacopoto gives it to Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes drives left. Up and under pass. Almost out of bounds. Gives it up to RJ. RJ fires a three. No good. Rebound by Ingram. Back to RJ. RJ in the lane. Layup. And that's going to be called for a charge. I won't be surprised if Joker gets another MVP. Um, to me, the NBA owes him about two more. I thought he should have been the first player to win 5 straight MVPs. Um, so I won't be surprised if he wins this year, if he gets the votes. Everybody done politic for MVP. I don't think Joker really cares. Joker cares about his horses and his family. I mean, I think he's done just about half of the stuff that a lot of NBA players even dream of in terms of accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shout out to Joker, man. But SGA probably needs this more than anything because SGA is probably trying to etch his name into a certain category. Because this decade of basketball is kind of tricky because it seems like just off the strength of accomplishments in in a couple of all-time great seasons, like a lot of these players is putting their names in some categories. Now, whether they belong in those categories or what in some all-time categories, oh, good bucket. A lot of these players is putting themselves in some of Cheney Johnson went to the basket 2 hands. A lot of these players is putting their names in some all time conversations. Now, whether they belong in those conversations or not, in terms of all time conversations, that's not for me to say necessarily. Because Because when you think of all time conversations, now you put an SGA last year's season next to uh, one of Jordan's seasons, which I think is preposterous. I don't give a shit what the numbers look like. I just think the shit is just lunacy. Now you putting one of Wemby's seasons next to Tim Duncan seasons. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, man. Like because the NBA they 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 they've been putting in the last 12 years the NBA has been putting bandages on a lot of stuff that they don't need to put bandages on. They've been trying to put band-aids on a lot of shit. They've been trying to do quick fixes. And they never needed to do those quick fixes at all. Like nothing needed to be fixed. Nothing was ever wrong with the NBA. You know, it's just the fact that the NBA allowed themselves to get warped up into the LeBron machine. And the LeBron machine basically ruined everything. What spawned from that is Chris Paul and LeBron and them basically done backdoored the league. You know, to make one player get all of these all time totals and everything, and now you see what the game is. Steph is running around with a magnet ball, shooting from the tunnel, shooting from the tunnel only in that arena in the Bay Area and in the arena in the Chase Center and in the Oracle Arena, and everybody ate it up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just think the NBA just got to get back to they just got to get back to the basics. The NBA just got to get back to like real basic shit. You know what I'm saying? I like they can't continue. The NBA can't continue to try to do quick fixes. Do quick fixes. Something that's bothering some fans, man. Now they gotta go back to it. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the originality of the 82 game season. There was nothing wrong with the originality of the All Star game. There was nothing wrong with the originality of All Star Weekend. There was nothing wrong with the originality not of not having a 65 game rule. Although I know why they put a 65 game rule in place. You know what I'm saying? But there was nothing wrong with the originalities of these things. I just think that the NBA allowed themselves that they tried to put so many quick fixes on everything and they tripped themselves up. You know what I'm saying? The game can sell itself, man. Like you when you find yourself trying to sponsor and trying to manipulate, that's where shit gets sour. Said Leaf, how you met Breeze? I met Breeze at a Brooklyn Nets event practice in a park 2 years ago. That was yeah, was it 2 years? Yeah, it's almost, yeah, 2 years ago. I met him 2024. Me and Breeze and Jay and me and JTV, man, we went to a couple of games, man. We went to the Memphis game where I think Ja Moran had them two 360 layups and everything. Yeah, man. But there was everybody's cool people out. Shout out to Breeze, man. Shout out to everybody back home, man, back in Brooklyn, man. I'm gonna try to get back there sometime this year. If not this year, maybe next year. I got a lot of things. I got a lot of things to do. A lot of stuff. A lot of paperwork and everything. I don't know why Scotty Barnes is dancing with the basketball. You are a straight dribble line drive to the basket guy. You don't need to be trying to sauce nobody. I don't ever need to see a size up from you again. Like 83 to 71, 7 minutes remaining in the third. They give it up to Ingram. Ingram fires and then outs. Rebound by Liddell. Out to Wilson. Wilson gets it over on the right side. Right wing. Wilson. Looking. Gives it up to Powell. Powell in the lane. Gives it back to Wilson. Wilson in the lane. Jump hook. No good. Rebound. Recovered by the Raptors. Gives it up to Barnes. Scotty Barnes. Does that bullshit ass move. Kicks it out. Corner three. Nope. Said the Hoods follow. Scotty Barnes fadeaway jump shot is good. Said shout to you, Leaf, the Hood's favorite commentator. Man, listen, Brooklyn is big. Our town is big enough for me. It just ain't big enough for the rent that they charge. That's all it is. Layup down the lane. Wilson no good. Rebound by Barnes. Down the court. AJ lays it up and in. AJ Lawson with his first bucket. Drake Powell over the half court line. Drake Powell stuttering with the ball. Drake Powell moving, spins in the lane, getting pushed around. Step back jumper by Malachi, no good. Rebound by Scotty Barnes again. Toronto really wanted this game. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Scotty Barnes pull up jumper, no good. Rebound Scott. Tyson will bring it up. Tyson over the half court line. Tyson dribble crossover over to the left. It gets ripped by Walter. Walters picks it up. Walter 1-on-1 on a fast break, and he gets ripped by Scott. Keeps the ball in play. Gives it up to Scotty. Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes dumps it down. Ill-advised pass. Corner pass to Lawson. Lawson fires a three and hits. They didn't call no foul on that. That was an N1 for AJ. It sure was. Nah, it sure was. But like the referees is trying to, the referees trying to get out of this game, man. They like, yo, let's go home. It's the end of the season. Another rebound by Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes out here getting them Hassan Whiteside rebounds. They just fall into him. Ingram, Bi pump fake, jump shot, and he will go to free throw line. Yeah, but realistically, man, yeah, man, we gotta do different things come this off season, man. I think we got an off season where we gotta really plan this shit out, man. Really master it out and see what direction we want to go. Obviously the the Giannis the Giannis thing is on a thing now, man. Obviously, if y'all any of y'all been on Twitter, y'all understand that the Giannis John Morant thing is like an actual thing now that we could put ourselves in news now that there ain't no more basketball being played for us, man. It's pretty much the end of our season. Another losing season for the Nets. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it's just three losing seasons in a row. So we gonna have to because there's no picks and because of the anti-tanking rules that they put in place next year, that means, bro, we gotta put ourselves back in the hat. Oh, dunk! Oh my goodness, Scott with the big time dunk. 73 to 92. 4 minutes remaining in the third. But I think because of the anti-tanking rules, we gotta really put ourselves back in that hunt. We really got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like I'm not 100% certain if it's gonna be John Morant and Giannis. Um, the Bucks Milwaukee is planning to offer Giannis a contract, and if he says no, then they are going to look to trade him. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. I don't know how true that is. He said, "Do you see a place where Giannis doesn't leave Milwaukee?" I kind of do. With the money that they're giving out now, bro. Like, I don't really see how you could leave. Like, bro, this like, I mean, A lot of these players is hanging around the league, but try to get as much money as possible. If you say you're not, you lying. You know what I'm saying? So like these players is trying to get as much money as possible, man. We watched Dame Lillard take max contract after max contract for years. You know what I'm saying? And take as many max contracts and many max deals as you can before you get hurt. But don't complain in the end, bro. If you ain't got no championship, don't start complaining because once you do that, now you become a noun. You become a situation. You become you become a noun in the dictionary of the NBA. Because when people see somebody that's hanging around in the same franchise for years and years and years, they're gonna say he pulling a Dame. He pulling a Dame Lillard. He just out there just eating up big contracts and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. You mean you gotta do something else. The Hawks is getting the blood beat out of them. That means that with this that means that the Hawks will most likely play the Knicks in the first round. If I'm not mistaken, I think I don't know who owns the tiebreaker between the Hawks and the Raptors. I don't know who owns it. Anybody see who owns the tiebreaker between those two? Hawks versus Raptors. I think they played. How many games this year did they play? I want to say one, two, three, four, and oh my God, the Raptors have won all four of them. So the Raptors will own the tiebreaker with a bullet. Yeah, it look like Atlanta will be playing the Hawks and Atlanta will be playing the Knicks in the first round. So the good old Knickerbummers. Um, Breaking news. Fresh off of coaching UCLA to a national championship, small forward Michaela Onware has signed a multi-year deal contract with the Washington Mystics for worth 1.4 million. She was the 2021 Rookie of the Year. She was coaching. I ain't gonna lie, these WNBA broads is getting paid. Everybody getting a mill. You get a mill. You get a mill. You get a mill. You get a mill. I think Kelsey Plum just signed for what $999,999. Some shit like that. Somebody said that. Oh man. Scott out on the perimeter, step back, fires and hits. 80 to 94, 145 remaining third. Shed rotating offense for the Raptors. Shed gives it up. Gives it up to BI. Ingram drives right, step back, fires and hits. Ingram should be able to get to that shot. Oh, Toronto versus Cleveland in the first round. This may be the end of the Cleveland Cavaliers as we know them, bro. Like because I'm not like here's the thing, bro. Like I don't know what you're gonna be able to. Ooh, good move by Cheney Johnson. Good move by Cheney Johnson. How do y'all feel about that series, bro? I think Toronto could catch them slipping. I don't know if Toronto could really beat anybody but the Cavs, but I think they could catch them slipping. I don't think Toronto could lose to Cleveland again, bro. This ain't LeBronto. I don't know if that could happen again. I remember that shit, man. When they lost that nigga like three years in a row. Sean Marks tells Ryan Rucco what stood out most to him about Nolan Trayor. Well, GMs and front offices and executives and presidents, everybody that's aligned in suits in the front office, they're gonna continue to tell you lies. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like we some shit. It is what it is. Whether we meant to play like it or we play like it, bro, we some shit. I'm telling you what it is. So now that the season is over, I'm not here to really assess what was or what wasn't. All I can really tell you is this. Um, let's see. Nolan Trayor, 22.2 minutes, 8.6 shot field goals a game. Shot 31% from three. Shot 38% from the field. That's fucking terrible. Yeah. My man Down Under said, looks like we are third worst in the NBA. If at the start of the year they said we would end that low, we would take it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, we'll take it. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't crying over it. I mean, because if we finish, hot like people got to understand, if we finished all the way at the bottom and they gave us the fifth pick and all of the dudes that we wanted was gone, bro, like that would have been more of a slap in the face. That would have been more of a slap in the face. But I'll tell you what's gonna happen. What Nets fans do, what a lot of Nets fans do, is they do this. They take a look at what other teams are getting, and then they put themselves in that spot, and they feel like they're gonna get that same thing, and it doesn't happen that way. That's what we do a lot of. So that's what we do a lot of, man. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the fourth quarter of this game, bro. Like, cause I low key wanna I kind of want to clip this show up, clipping this shit on my own, and man, this shit is like, yeah, you can do it, man, but you can't do it. I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it, man. Said facts, Leaf. Way worse. Getting fifth pick. Being last. Yeah, it is way worse, man, because that means that the league don't f with you at all. The league don't mess with you at all. That's what that means. If you all the way at the bottom and they give you the fifth pick, that means that they are not messing with you. They are not messing with you at all, bro. So, okay. Notice how all of our rookies played a certain amount of games this year. I noticed that, bro. Like I really, really noticed that. Like so games played this year, so Nick Claxton and Noah Clowney is the only ones that could qualify for awards. Nobody else played over 65 games this year. No, I think Danny Wolf played significantly less minutes. Shot better from the field. Shot better from three. Nolan shot better from the free throw line slightly. Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. only played 52 games, so yeah. A superstar doesn't expedite in a positive way. It skips over steps. Getting a young emerging talent could push things or solid vets, but trading for Giannis would be a mistake. Um Listen. In terms of what you put around, it depends on what you put around them. It depends on what's left. If the Nets, if the Nets are able to keep certain shit around him, then that's different. But other than that, man, I can't even. I don't even know. I don't even know, bro. I like it's not something I could really plan for or really tell you if getting Giannis and John Morant would be something for the future or whatever would be. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is when you get Giannis, bro, you're getting a guy that's still a top 5 player. You get John Morant, you getting somebody that's a top 15 player when he's playing, when he's on the court, when he's at his best, whenever that is. Oh my God, Cheney Johnson tried to throw that shit again, but I don't know, man. Like it's I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. So I mean, it really depends on what's around Giannis. If there's still spacing, is there still good ball movement? If Giannis is not the primary ball handler and he can play off of dunk box cuts and slips and just being that extra screen man, extra screen and roll man, and extra that extra cut man. Like kind of you put him in the spots that the Pelicans put Zion in terms of catch and go, catch and cut, that those type of things. If you implement like some simple concepts where Giannis is not being his body is not being overworked, then I think you got something. Instead, I mean, Donovan Mitchell and Giannis would instantly get us to the top 10. Yeah, yeah, definitely, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. How do we accumulate them? I don't know, cause the thing is the one thing I know about this CBA is that it's certain teams that are looking to go that probably gonna look to go under the apron, under that apron, and they don't care how they get under there. They just know they got to get certain contracts off, and like they like, hey, yo, we need to get the certain contracts off. So Cleveland is one of them teams. Cleveland is one of them teams with a high payroll, and we could be able to do something. We could be able to do something. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So 104 to 85. Nets are losing like they supposed to. I was hoping that the Pacers was gonna win their game, but nope. Don't look like that's happening. So it looks like the Nets are gonna be locked in at the bottom three. Um, bottom three in the league. So appreciate everybody, man, for locking into the page, man. Appreciate everybody that subscribed to the page. All 320 something, 300, I think 326 was the count for a minute actually, man. I got over 300 back a while ago, but 320 something was the count for this year, man. Did okay this year, man. Appreciate everybody for the birthday wishes, man. My birthday had just passed this past Tuesday. Um, Doing a lot of things, man. Appreciate everybody that seen me on any other platform. That shouted me out on any other platform, wherever it was. YouTube.com/athlete4788. Twitter.com or X.com. Excuse me. On Twitter, elite4788. Of course, social media outlets. Shout out to the producers of the show, the ABSN network, man. Shout out Aboriginal Sports Network. Make sure YouTube.com/Aboriginal Sports Network. Shout out to Big Pat Sports Talk. Shout out to Unpopular Opinion Sports Talk, man. Shout out to Coach Ed Gladney. Shout out to Coach Ed Gladney. Of course, shout out to Man Cave, man, from the Man Cave podcast. Um, Want to give a shout out to all the WNBA content makers this year, man. Shout out to my man. Welcome to HDTV. Shout out to Casino for Life. Shout out to everybody in Netsland, man. Shout out to my man. This is JTV. Make sure y'all gotta follow This is JTV on Instagram and on so follow him on Instagram, follow him Spotify and iTunes, and on Apple Music. Make sure you go follow his group, A Different World. Shout out to D Rock, man, for all the stuff that they do on IG. Shout out to BKNY Hoops. Shout out to John. Shout out to my man Big Priest. Also special shout out to Showtime Sports. Um, on the other side of things, man, shout out to everybody over there on that side. Shout out to Big Tone, but Big Tone Sports, man. He's big time Miami Heat fan. Um, shout out to a lot of people, man. Also want to give a congratulations to the gentlemen that represent the Players Choice. Shout out to Chilltown Hoops. Shout out to my man Bobby, my man Big Ox Media, man. Shout out to Ron and that group, to the McKissick brothers. Shout out to them guys. They officially did the for a podcast for the Portland Trailblazers game the other day. This or 2 days ago, I think it was on Friday. They was invited by the Portland Trailblazers. Shout out to the Portland Trailblazers for extending that invite to a lot of the to the some damn good content creators, damn good basketball guys, man. A lot of those guys over there, man. They done a lot of things in their careers and in their life for basketball, man. Shout out to them over there. Shout out to everybody over there at that channel. And shout out to everybody that follows that channel. All over 150,000 subscribers to that channel. Shout out to all the MVP members of that channel. Um, Make sure you guys still lock in for the summer. I will be doing some WNBA content, man. I'm just a basketball fanatic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say fanatic, man, but I'm definitely a basketball supporter. I can't use the addict word. That word just sounds bad. But shout out to FIFA. Shout out to Down Under. Shout out to This is JTV. Shout out to John. Shout out to Mosley. Shout out to Jelio. Shout out to Big Fan Bree. Shout out to Player One. Shout out to whoever I'm missing. Good God, man. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that had to give shout outs to. Shout out to Danny Better Sports. Shout out to Unpopular Opinion Sports. My man NYG, that's my Nets brother. Um, shout out to all my Nets family, man. Shout out to Jovan Ship. Um, big shout out to all of everybody on IG, everybody on Twitter, everybody on Facebook, and everybody on I don't really go on. I tried to stream on there. I'm gonna try to stream more. Sometime this summer, maybe next year. But shout out to everybody on TikTok. I can't believe I'm saying that shit. Shout out to everybody on TikTok, man. It's one of definitely up and coming, man, for sports talk, man. We did a lot of sports talk on there. Haven't heard from brother in the wild, man. And I know that he could be wherever he is, man. Hope everything is going well for him. Shout out to my man Iceman the Eskimo. I haven't heard from him in a while, man. I'm gonna make sure everything is all right, man. Shout out to Gary. Shout out to Dylan from Nets Press. Shout out to all of those guys, man. For sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. We gonna continue to do a lot more that I can, man. A lot more, as much as possible, man. We're gonna continue to try to dig deep. The NFL season is coming again soon, man. Shout out to all my Packers fans, man. Green Bay all day. Um, Shout out to my man. Welcome to HDTV. Shout out to my man Scrub Zero. Scrub. Shout out to Scrub Zero One. Shout out to Jose, man. Big time Seattle Seahawks fan. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks on the Super Bowl champions. Just a lot of shout outs, man. For everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like said, watch out for the Dallas Wings. Yeah, yo, Dallas, shit, trying to get some tickets to go to a Wings game. I'm trying to get some tickets to go to a Wings game. I couldn't get to the Mavericks game, bro. Mavericks tickets went fast this year. I ain't gonna lie to you, because once like Cooper, I think Cooper Flag jerseys sold out. I think maybe like in 2 days, maybe like probably less than that. And I was trying to get tickets to them, the Spurs and the Rockets, because like that whole like that triangle left in Texas, I like you got to take that drive, man, into them cities, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, them cities is packed, especially when the sporting events come back. But definitely Dallas Wings, man. Shout out to the New York Liberty, man, for getting a goddamn roster back together. For real, man. We need. I'm looking for another title. I'm glad we got one. I'm glad we got one in Barclays. If y'all wanted it, I did that game on this channel. I did that game 5 on this channel when they when they defeated the Minnesota Lynx in 5. That was a big time moment for the Liberty, for their franchise. Um, when you think of like a lot of the old school players, the Teresa Weatherspoons, the Rebecca Lobos, um, just to mention a few, man. Some of them names. When you think of them names, man, the Liberty, man, for years needed to do something, and they finally had won a championship, a WNBA championship. 2 years ago. So shout out to the Liberty, man, for getting their goddamn roster back together. Getting the goddamn we went from baby Sabali, now we got big mama Sabali. You know what I'm saying? So like let's just look for the Liberty to do some things this year. And I'm looking for us to go back to competing and try to get back to that WNBA championship, man, for definitely for sure. So for sure. 92 to 117. Cheney takes a three, no good. Rebound. Bi. Um, Good pass by Scotty Barnes, who gets a assist on that one to Sandro. 92 to 119. Game is looking like a look. Game is looking like it's about to be over. So the Pacers are gonna fall. Pacers look like they're gonna. The Pacers look like they're gonna fall. Uh, to the Pistons 20. They down 120 left in that game. Um, I went over the 2 hour mark. I don't know if I could still cut up this video. I'm not sure if I could still cut up this video or not, but I think Restream is pretty good to me, man. Restream, they only charge me about Restreamer, they only charge me about what 19 a month, I think. Something like that last time I checked. See, like the thing was like subscriptions, and any one of y'all in the chat could like the thing about when you subscribe to something, you don't really pay attention to shit, because when you paying like other shit, you would just focus on that. You ain't focusing on the 19.99 a month. When it like say if you sign up for something and it's like $7 a month, you don't even know that it hit like 11.99. Like when I signed up for Peacock for like 5.99, and then they bumped it up to 13.99, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Airball by Powell. Rebound by Scotty Barnes, who was clearly stat horn. RJ Barrett lays it up to the basket. He misses, but they call a foul. RJ Barrett went up with the right hand. That's how I knew that shit wasn't going down. So, but appreciate y'all, man. I ain't gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here a little longer, man. Appreciate everybody that was locked into the live today, man. I was glad I could do this game. Um, yeah, like a gym membership. Yep, you don't even know the prices be going up, man. Shout out to my girlfriend. She working dietary. She got a free gym membership. She got a free one, man. So I'm hoping to scalp hers, man. Just try to get some burn in, man. Cause I lost a good amount of weight, man, before I left New York. Cause I walked most of that off in the humidity, for sure, for sure. Said Leaf Sean Mark said in an interview drafting a record 5 picks was to expedite the rebuild. Question mark. How does drafting 5 guards expedite this? We needed a center, Reynard, to expedite this. Um, if he said expedite the rebuild, man, not to cover it up, but I think a lot of things in the rebuild has everything to do with the CBA, and I would like the thing about like in this CBA, you can't go too deep into a roster. Having rosters or having pieces that's gonna stay together for like odding years or whatever. The Celtics are one of them teams that got lucky. They got lucky because they signed their deals like they had those players before the CBA was intact, and then the first deals that Tatum and Brown got weren't crazy deals, so they were able to sign them to maxes, and then when they won the title, they was able to flip the team and get out of the second and first and second apron. So the Celtics were the only team. The Celtics was the only team that got lucky enough to get out of that apron. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors don't really care, because the Warriors are basically printing money. Hawks loss, 6 seed or Hawks or Magic win. Did the Magic? Well, hold on, the Magic one? No, Magic is about to lose. So I think Toronto is about to go into fifth. Because the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken, the Hawks got stomped out, and Orlando is down by 10, 101 to 91 in Boston. So there's still some playoff implications. The Celtics C team stomping out healthy Magic at the moment. Paulo needs to request a. Oh my God, bro! No, he doesn't. He does not need to request a trade to Brooklyn. Stop. Like he doesn't play in the open court enough. Like I'm not that big on Paulo. Hawks are going to gas the Knicks out. They might gas themselves out. 15th ranked offense this season, 26th last, 5th ranked defense this season, 15th for last season. The Raptors have made some incredible strides. Celtics are scary. No, they're not. There's nothing scary about the Celtics. Um, People still got to remember in their mind, bro. Like they need Tatum to eventually go back to the Tatum that was on his way to being a top 5 player, bro. Like, and the thing is, they have Tatum in a different role right now. Like the numbers will look crazy in the regular season, but once the playoffs comes around, man, now you got to get implemented to playoff basketball. No, that's not facts. No, it's not. None of the layup, no good. Rebound by who's that? Jefferson. Oh, they got Grady on the court. Grady done played himself out of the lineup. Well, maybe Grady really wasn't for the lineup. Pump fake to the basket, yeah. But realistically, so there's still implications on this game. Leaf, this Tatum is nearly averaging triple doubles. Yeah, he is, but like he's averaging triple doubles at the wrong part of the season. Like if he start averaging triple doubles against the top teams in the playoffs, then that's different. The Celtics problem, D Ren, yo, what up, Leaf? Couple days ago on Gary's stream, you said something about the top four draft prospects didn't want to play in Brooklyn. They ended the show. Can you speak a bit more on that? Oh well, from my understanding, is that so they recently had AJ DeBoncha on ESPN the day after he got eliminated from the tournament, and they were asking him. Obviously, they're asking him, "Where would you like to play?" And he said either Spurs or Magic. He said, "Yo, look at how the Spurs play. You add me to that. Da 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 da." So and AJ DeBonsa's team, because some of these college players, they do have a team now, because they what they have it they have representation now, because they get NIL deals and shit. So so realistically, what happens, the way my mind works is like this: somebody on AJ DeBonch's team told AJ called up the NBA and told them, "Hey, my client is not playing for these bottom teams." So Washington, they got so the NBA is trying to figure out how to get Washington a top five pick without getting them none of the top picks, none of the top four picks. If they was, they probably gonna get them maybe five. They're trying to figure out how to get us, which is gonna the Pacers. The Pacers, they might give somebody, they might give something to the Pacers, maybe, depending on how it goes, because the Pacers still they got Tyrese Halliburton coming back. um, they definitely don't want to give anything to us because the way our roster looks, so we're not gonna, we got to change our roster up, and we got a whole off season to change our roster up. But yeah, so Hawks sat everyone down, so they played Cavs instead of Knicks. I think Cavs a worse matchup, to be honest. I think Atlanta is better suited for the Knicks. I think Toronto is better for the Cavs. I said that. Celtics are where the Eastern Conference playoffs run through. Cavs and Knicks need to amp up their defensive intensities, or both of them could be bounced quickly. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. That sounds about right. No problem, D-Ren. Never mind. It's Cavs, Raptors, and Hawks. Knicks. Yeah, sound about right. Knicks thought they were getting Raptors. Nah. Um, I don't even know if the Knicks really thought they was getting the Raptors, man. I mean, I don't know. If the NBA is truly a young man's league, bro, then the Hawks and the Raptors are gonna make it easier for the Celtics and the they gonna make it easy for the Celtics and the whatchamacallit, bro. Like, because when upsets take place in the first round, I don't really care about none of them teams. I want to see what Charlotte is doing. I want to see. That's what I want to see. Nobody talking about Charlotte right now. I want to see what Charlotte gonna do, because I don't care about Miami. Philly, I don't really care about them. I don't really care about Orlando. I think Orlando could definitely be had for sure. Oh God, Orlando could definitely be had for sure. So I don't really care about none of them. I am getting hungry. That's what I do know. So um, this game only got 2 minutes left in it, man. It's a brutal 2 minutes, but I'll sit through it. Grady drives baseline, up and under layup, no good. Rebound by Scott. Scott going up the court. Euro. Oh God, that was either Scott or Cheney. Just got away with some crazy ass Giannis Euro dunk. Yeah. So the Pacers will fall 133 to 121 to end the season, locking the Nets in to the bottom to the third worst spot, the third worst record in the league. The Nets could have won today, and then it still wouldn't have mattered. They still would have been first. The Pacers could have won today, and that might have changed. So, um, that's the end of that. I just wanted to let people know, F the Wizards and everything they stand for, because they lost again, 130 to 117. The Sixers beat the Bucks 126 to 106. The Hornets have defeated the Knicks yet again. I don't necessarily think the Knicks was playing for anything, but yeah, the season is now over. Season is now over. So that was the final score, 136 to 101. To end another miserable last season from the Nets. Don't even want to go over the stats to these games, man. Congratulations, we got through. I don't know what we got through, bro, but whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But appreciate everybody clocking in. Appreciate everybody clocking in, man. Appreciate everybody chiming in. Make sure I hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons on your way out the door. On your way out the door. On your way out the door.